Hello everyone and welcome back to the video. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the balance patch that just dropped. I was literally refreshing this page, waiting for it to come out. So I'm like the first guy here, and I'm going to be giving you guys the news of all the changes that are happening to keep you guys up to date with Age of Empires 2 and what is happening. This balance patch is extremely important for all those playing and following the King's Gauntlet, the streamer tournament that I'm hosting currently at the moment. That's a nice one. But yeah, that tournament will be played on this patch. In fact, this patch is already live, so you need to watch this video front to back. Make sure you're familiar with all the new changes, and just get up to speed with the new balance changes, the new things introduced to the game potentially. We're gonna read and find out together. I haven't read this, so let's go ahead and take a read and see what they've changed, and I'll kind of give you guys my thoughts on it and just my commentary in general. So game, we're going to skip this part, but feel free to pause if you guys want to read anything. I'll give you guys a couple seconds. Achievements, graphics, audio, and UI. We'll skip this part as well. Yeah, there's a few things that are nice fixes, but not worth my commentary. Like, I don't have much to add to these parts usually, so you can just pause and read yourself, and that would be just as good as me reading it out to you. Gameplay. Oh, here, this is pretty nice. So some fixes to the gameplay. This is nice. This is where my expertise comes in, and I can give you guys some commentary. So they fixed an issue that allowed dying monks with relics to drop the relic over the corner of walls. That's pretty interesting. I think that happened every now and then, so that's a good fix. Fixed an issue where Dark Age and Feudal Age houses would take increased damage from knights. I didn't even know this was a thing, but good. Fixed a rare issue that made villagers attack their own farms and pastures instead of gathering from them. That's interesting. Okay. I think this happened a lot more than a rare issue, though. I think this happened quite a bit. But usually it's like when you take someone else's farm, you'd like hit it instead of taking it for your own. That's usually when it happened, and it happened a lot. It was not that rare of an issue, like they're making it out. But maybe I'm misunderstanding. Either way, glad it's fixed. Fixed going above and beyond cheat code for not applying to archer upgrades. That's whatever. Fixed Jurchen civilization bonus. Siege and fortification technologies cost less and are researched faster, and it does not apply to murder holes. Okay. So apparently this was applying to murder holes before. Now they've changed it so it does not apply to murder holes, which is the correct thing for the bonus. Fixed oystering fishing ships that were garrisoned inside a dock, not firing arrows at enemy ships. I'm pretty sure they said they fixed this in the last patch, and then they didn't fix it, like it wasn't fixed, and now they're saying the same thing this patch. I could be wrong about that, but I swear I heard about this in Red Bull. Unless they gave us a specific patch that fixed it, that could be the case. But either way, happy this is fixed. This is very good. Excuse me. And last thing, fixed projectiles destroying resources such as gold and stone mines when the projectile owner is killed while the projectile is still midair. Damn, extremely specific, but yeah, I didn't know about this one. I've never seen it happen, but glad it's fixed. Campaign, we'll skip over this part real quick, but again, feel free to read. And here we go, balance changes. This is really, truly my expertise now. Let's go ahead and read through these. So we have some general changes to take a look at. So first up, we have the slinger. So the cost adjusted from 70 food and 10 wood to 50 food and 25 wood. This is a good change, I think. So basically, the slinger was very good to afford in late game. You spam it out with a lot of food, very little wood. But it was almost impossible to make this unit in the mid game, because it's not like a light cavalry where you can make four light cav and it's very good. With slingers, you need like 10 to do anything. And yeah, it was just hard to afford 10 times 70 food. It was very expensive. So they've made it cheaper, and the wood cost is easier to afford early. So this cost is better for late game. But this cost is way better for early to mid game, and even up to like early imp, for example. And they also gave us some conversion resistance, so from 0 to 2. From my experience, the slinger is a very underwhelming unit. I don't know if this will make it better, but this, like, it's supposed to be an anti-siege and anti-monk unit for the American civs. Whether it fills that role or not, I'll let you guys be the judge, but in my experience, it just has not felt like a great unit to transition into. I've never actually used it correctly. Maybe that's just me. Moving on to the Champion Warrior line that took so long to balance. Have they finally nailed it? Look at the changes. 4 changes. Let's take a look. Champion Warrior line train time reduced from 45, 40, 26, and 21 to 42, 34, 26, 21. So just to translate this into regular words, they basically made it 3 seconds faster to train in Dark Age and 6 seconds faster to train in the Feudal Age. The late game champions are unchanged. I think that's a good change. It was a bit too slow to come out beforehand. Now it's a bit easier to bring out onto the field. And they also made the upgrade cheaper in the early game. So Champion Runner upgrade cost reduced from 120 food and 60 gold to 90 food and 60 gold. And the Champion Runner upgrade research time reduced from 50 to 40 seconds. and the champion warrior cost reduced from 200 food, 175 gold, to 150 food and 175 gold. Okay, here are my thoughts. This makes a lot of sense. That's very much needed. This is okay. Probably worthwhile. This is also fine. This one is unnecessary. It's only 50 food, so I'm not going to make a huge deal out of it. But in my opinion, the champion warrior upgrade is really good. That's what turns them into like the longsword equivalent. And it's a very good upgrade. Like they get a lot of stats from it. So to make this cheaper, in my opinion, it just tells me that they're not looking at the reasoning, they're looking at the stats. They're saying like, oh wow, these civs have a bad win rates in the mid game. Let's just buff everything in the mid game for them, or like let's just give them something in the mid game. But in my opinion, it's much better to look at what this upgrade gives you and how much it should cost based on that. And I think it gives you way more to justify this price compared to this price. So I would have done these changes, these two changes, and I would have omitted this change personally. But either way, it's fine. So big, I would say a big buff to the champion warrior line. We'll see if it ends up being abused or not. Shalata warrior are now affected by the following technologies: Garland Wars, Hulkins, Fabric Shields, Herbalism, Caciques, and Butal Mapu. Dude, I'm so happy about this change. I think I suggested this a while ago, and it was very popular amongst other players as well. It makes a lot of sense. It's really cool to see this being implemented. Basically, the Shalata warrior is the American unit in the horses. It's kind of like an Easter egg unit where if you convert a stable from an opposing civ, you can make the Shalata warrior. But they're terrible because they don't get upgrades, because you don't get like armor upgrades, as you know, the American civs don't get horse armor upgrades. But making them benefit from these upgrades, which is like Garland Wars gives them extra attack. Hulkins is the one that gives them extra HP from mines, or is that something else? That might be something else. Fabric Shields is like the armor from Incas, and then etc. I don't know the rest of these upgrades, but they're now affected by all unique techs of the American civs, which I think is really cool. It's not going to make them broken. It's just going to make them a bit more viable, which I think is nice for an Easter egg unit. So it could be some cool strategies. Will not be abused though, because getting to this unit is impossible if your opponent just deletes all his stables or doesn't make stables against you. So this will never be abused, but this will be fun to play with. So I like that. It's really cool. Naval changes. So dock maximum number of arrows changed from 5 to 0. Thank God. 3, 4, 5. 0 at all ages, bro. It's not hard. 0 at all ages would be so much better. It's okay. Like I almost celebrated, but it's like this is so unnecessary in my opinion. There's no reason for a dock to ever shoot arrows. It's just a bad mechanic. It doesn't matter because it's only 3. But what that means, like, okay, you might think it doesn't matter, but what that means is that the defender will always win the fight, and I hate that. The defending player on water can just move back. If it's one fire ship versus one fire ship, which always happens in early game, the defending player just goes back, and that 3 arrow that does like 5 damage or something every like 10 seconds, it's very minimal, but that's enough to make sure that the defending player wins the 1v1. And that's terrible. The defending player already has repair advantage usually. He can repair with his villagers. So now they have repair advantage plus dock shooting. It's too much. Dock bonus versus ships changed from +3 to +0. 2, 3, 4 in Dark Feudal, so they're nerfing it again. So it's gonna deal like almost no damage, but it's just just remove it. Like just remove the arrows. It's way better in my opinion. They should only give arrows to harbors, the Malay unique technology. That's what should shoot arrows, like it was before. These arrows should not be coming out of a generic dock in my opinion. So good changes, but I think they missed the mark, and to me, it shows like they're trying to put a bandage over the bigger problem. Like, just actually fix the problem would be way better. Watchtower line bonus versus ships reduced. So 6 to Watchtower from +6 to +5. Everything lost 1 damage. Okay. So tower is slightly weaker versus ships. That's pretty good. Sea tower bonus versus ships reduced from +5 to +5, +8 to +5. This was found on some maps, so that's pretty relevant as well, but not for the average person. More for those that play tournaments or whatnot. All right, so let's go on to the civ specific changes. I give you guys my thoughts on the above. And here we go. Armenians. Elite composite bowmen increased, HP increased from 45 to 50, and they gain access to T-Drum. Yo! Double buff to Armenians. Sheesh. I think Armenians were already very strong. One of my favorite civs, actually. Double buff. Not very meaningful buffs. This one's not enough to make this unit broken, in my opinion, but this unit was already quite good before. So giving it +5 for the elite upgrade will make it quite strong, Probably still not broken, but it's a nice buff. I agree with this one. I think this is a nice buff. Gain access to Siege Ram. I think that could be too strong, actually. Think about like 100 HP champions with Siege Ram. That seems insane. That one scares me a bit. I'm not going to be too early to call it, but I would say if you're an Armenians player, play Armenians right now. These are two pretty good buffs. Let's see what else is to come, but that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. This one could be a problematic in some situations for sure. Next up, we have Burgundian. So the economic technology, food cost, discount, civilization bonus. Holy, it's what a sentence that is. Increased from 33% to 40%. It's a buff. Oh, we're buffing Burgundians? But then relics generating food in addition to gold. Team bonus reduced from 30 food per minute to 20 food per minute. Ah, so they're buffing Burgundians on open maps, and they're nerfing Burgundians on closed maps where you can get the relics early. And they're also nerfing the team bonus, which is insane. So they're nerfing Burgundians in team games. Probably a good one. The only thing I don't like, though, about this change is that before, okay, 30 food per minute, that's exactly the same pace as what a relic generates in terms of gold. So before, you're like, okay, I got 5,000 gold as Burgundians. That means I got 5,000 gold and 5,000 food. With 20 food per minute, now you have to do math. You have to be like, okay, I got 5,000 gold with Burgundians. I got like 3,333 with food with Burgundians. You have to do the math and convert that ratio, which makes it a little messier. So I actually don't like this change just simply from like a ease of understanding side of things. But from a balance perspective, I think this is acceptable. Still, I think these changes are unnecessary, but let me know your thoughts about them. I think unnecessary, pretty inconsequential, and I think this just ruins the ease of understanding that we had earlier. So overall, I'm not a fan from like a logical perspective, and not so much from a balance perspective. Let's say not from a logical perspective, but from like a holistic perspective, let's say. Incas, food discount on military units changed from 5, 10, 15, 20 to 15, 20, 25, 30. Whoa. Kamiyuk food cost adjusted to be unchanged, so everything gets buffed except the Kamiyuk for Incas. Kind of makes sense. This unit was, the civilization was quite weak, but when you factor in this huge change of plus 10% discount at every age, and you combine that with the champion warrior changes we saw earlier, I think Incas could actually be broken. Again, this is like a 5 buff bonus for Incas. They got 4 generic buffs on champion warriors, and they have now a civ buff from themselves. It's like 1 significant buff and 4 minor buffs. That's 5 buffs on the civ. This could easily be a broken civ now. Who knows? I have to test it out. Mapuche. Foragers drop off more food civilization bonus increased from 20% to 25%. Fine. Fair enough. No problem. Only thing I don't like, though, is that FC Bolus Riders was already a strategy. This is now potentially buffing it a bit more, but it doesn't really matter. It's just 5%, and it's a pretty meaningless eco bonus in a lot of ways, so it's okay. Muisca, settlement discount civilization bonus increased from 25 to 33%. Temple Guard cost reduced from 80 food 45 gold to 70 food 45 gold, making it more affordable. Elite Temple Guard, Elite and regular Temple Guard. Attack bonus versus cavalry increased from plus 3 to plus 5. And Elite got plus 6 to plus 8. Really? Was this necessary? The Elite Temple Guard, one Elite Temple Guard was already beating one Paladin one-on-one. Was this really necessary that we have to buff it even more versus cavalry? I feel like not really. The way I see this matchup going is the cavalry unit was already avoiding the fights and was already using monks to convert the Temple Guards. That's what everyone was doing. So this just makes them even stronger against cavalry, but doesn't make them any stronger versus other stuff, this bonus down here. So that feels weird to me. It's like they were already good versus cavalry. That doesn't make any sense. It's like now we just have like another Fire Lancer that shits on cavalry, but is just decent versus everything else. I don't know if that's what they wanted to go for, but it's like every unit is now just a Fire Lancer. Like, why does everything have to shit on cavalry so much? Temple Guard cost reduced is interesting as well. I would have liked just seeing them have like +1 Pierce Armor instead of both of these. I think that would have been way better for the units, because right now it just dies to skirms anyways. So like, what I don't like about this is that they make units extreme. Like now the Temple Guard is extremely good versus cavalry, but it's weak to like everything else. And it's like, I already had the pikeman. I don't need another pikeman. I was looking for a more well-rounded unit for the Muisca to lean on for the Temple Guard. This is really disappointing from a game design perspective. I have to say, this patch has been quite disappointing so far. Elite Getcha Warrior, this is the unique unit. HP increased from 50 to 55, Elite from 50 to 60, and Huaraka's effect of faster slinger training time increased from 25% to 50%. Okay, that's fine. That's also fine. In my opinion, this unit is like very terrible. Like I haven't been able to make it work. I've never died to it. I've never won with it. Has anyone played with the Getcha Warrior? Is it a good unit? I have no idea. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's good. I just don't know how it is played or why it's played. But this seems kind of fine for me, I guess. 2B, Blackwood Archer train time increased from 14 to 18 seconds. Elite unchanged. That is a great change. I still think it should have been made more expensive, though. That's not enough to stop the all-in FC 2P shit that we've been dealing with since the Civ came out. Why not just make it 10 wood more expensive as well? 10 wood more expensive would be perfect as well. It's okay. Again, okay. Elite Tiger Cav HP reduced from 115 to 110. And Elite from 130 to 125. And Elite and regular Tiger Cavalry training time increased from 15 seconds to 18 seconds. This is mind bafflingly, like I have no words. I literally have no words. For those who don't know, should I even go into this rant? Screw it. I'm gonna go into this rant, and just hear me out. The Tiger Cavalry is legit one of the most broken units in the game. Just look at the stats. It has 4 Pierce Armor in Castlage, 115 HP base. With Bloodlines, it goes to 135. 135 HP, 11 attack, 4 Pierce Armor. A Knight, okay? And it doesn't cost anywhere different than a Knight. Like, I don't even know the cost, but it's similar to a Knight. A Knight, the generic Knight has 10 attacks, so 1 less than the Tiger Cav, 100 HP, so 15 less than the Tiger Cav, and 2 Pierce Armor less. Now, you might argue, okay, but the Tiger Cav has 2 melee armor less, so it balances. It does not balance. Pierce Armor's way is infinitely better, number 1. And number 2, the Tiger Cavalry also gets 10 attack and +1 damage every time it kills a military unit, stacking up to 4 times per unit. It's literally one of the most broken units by far to ever be introduced into this game. And the devs see that and they're like, yeah, let's knock 5 HP off this unit. We're going to knock 5 HP off this unit. And thank God we're going to knock 5 HP off the Elite version as well. Because that's going to be a good nerf for this. Mind-bafflingly weird change. This literally makes no sense. The training time is completely irrelevant because you're going to be spamming it from like 3 castles anyways. The training time only matters if it's like an FC all-in. This matters. This does not matter because this is not an FC all-in unit. This is a late game, mid to late game powerhouse. So in my opinion, this change completely misses the mark. They should 100% lose 1 Pierce Armor instead of this. Maybe even and this. Take the 5 HP and take 1 Pierce Armor away as well. Not like Wei is a bad Civ that needs to play Tiger Cav. It has so many other things that are so good about it. So in my opinion, you take 1 Pierce Armor away from the regular Tiger Cavalry, Elite can stay unchanged. And that would be a much better nerf than what this is. Anyway. Yeah. Not gonna lie, guys. That's it. Not gonna lie, guys. I'm super disappointed with this update. I think the devs completely missed the mark on everything that they need to change for the game to be in a healthier state. I actually think that the buffs that they did to Champion Warriors and Incas will be potentially too strong. And it's gonna feel annoying to play against. And I don't feel like they nailed too many changes. I think like 1 or 2 changes I loved. And most of the changes were just okay. And even the changes that looked good, like some of the naval changes, like they looked good. It's in the right direction, but like it's just terrible in the end anyways, unfortunately. Because it's not changed correctly, I think people will still complain. And so we're going to need another round of changes. If they just change it correctly from the start, the problem's fixed and people can move on. And I just feel like most of these fixes that they brought, or most of these nerfs, they just don't do much to me. I would like to see the reasoning. I wish we had information as to what the reasoning was behind these changes. But to me, I just can't understand them, and I don't like them on face value. So listen, guys, I hate to end this on kind of a negative tone, but it's not really negative. It's kind of just like I'm hoping for better, and I'm hoping for something different. And I'm feeling a little disappointed. But again, that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe I'm the odd one out here. Maybe you guys like this balance patch. Do let me know. Feel free to use the comments. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care and peace.